What?
Connect Show, Power Connect, Power Connect Show, Power Connect. Power Connect Show, your reliable program that gives you all the information you need to know about the power sector, professionals in the industry, electrical products, government agencies, the stakeholders, and many more. Power Connect Show.
It's time to go on that, to come on board and go on that ever pleasant sail into the world of information, knowledge, and deep insight as far as electricity power supply and all that affects it are concerned in Nigeria and even beyond. Of course, you want to ask me, on which ship are we sailing? We are sailing on the ship of that your ever interesting radio station. That radio station that always makes sense. The radio station that is for everyone. That is Niger FM 102.7. I do not have a doubt that you know my name, but for the sake of emphasis, I am Ademola Ben Cranston Adegoke. And I know that whenever you hear this name, you expect another one to follow. And to that name we surely follow because it's the one you know as BB, Banji Busari. Banji, what should people?
What's gonna?
What's gonna?
Yeah,
what's gone? No, that's the way it says.
EKEDC today is a historic day.
It is.
A very historic day in the history of our.
We spent 25 years.
25 uninterrupted years in our democracy.
Yeah.
And you know another thing that is happening today. We are abandoning, we are arresting our rights of compatriots. And now we have gone to the archives to bring back a Nigeria we hail thee, our own dear native land.
OTB, I'm sure that OTB never sang Nigeria we hail thee.
So
many other people in this studio that I can see never sang Nigeria we hail thee.
And we're happy to be
made to
ABC. We are happy to be part of these great things. And the Nigerians are asking. I hope the same thing that happened to the national anthem will happen to price of Gary. I will go back to the old price or a price of electricity.
That's a very
I will go back to the old price.
That's
and all
a very
of that.
good one.
Yes, you're welcome. It's a fresh edition of our program, the Power Connect Show on Nigeria FM 102.7. My name is Banji Busari. We'll go for the news and tidbits, I guess.
Yes. We just, like I always say, it's always good to, hit the ground running. And the way to hit the ground running this evening is to bring people some good tidings, some good news, to start on a note of good news. And the news and tidbit, it says EKEDC announces new meter prices. And the news item says that customers who have been waiting to acquire new meters for their premises now have hope of getting one soon, as Eko Electricity Distribution Company EKEDC has announced the new prices for single-phase and three-phase meters. The meter prices range from 6 different vendors, range from 112,337 naira 76 kobo to 167,700 naira. That's the range of the meter prices. And then it says the announcement of the meter prices is in line with the new Nigerian Electricity Regulatory Commission NEC new policy on the regulation of meter prices and acquisition policy. Under the policy, customers will have the option of acquiring meters from different vendors at varying prices as against the old policy of uniform price for meters across all discos. That's what the news said.
Definitely, this news you have read, raises lots of questions. Yeah. And thankfully, we have competent people on this edition of the program to address all the issues to the satisfaction of our ever-ready listeners.
Yet.
No. I'm not, but I should just put a lead on that on the bottle you have just opened.
Let's
that's exactly what I've just done.
Lead on it just stay tuned. Like I've said, we will sail together on on this cruise, of knowledge, information, and deep insight into the world of electricity power supply. And we are going to give.
So we'll go for a short break now.
Just stay tuned.
We'll go for a short break. When we return, the main program will actually resume.
This is EKEDC Power Connect. Let's go on a pleasure ride into the world of knowledge and information with EKO Electricity Distribution Company.
Dear esteemed customer, EKO Electricity Distribution Company, EKODISCO, hereby advises you against careless attitudes in your daily usage of electricity to avoid electrocution. Electrocution is the passage of electrical current through a human body, resulting in death. EKEDC therefore advises you to be extremely careful when using electric gas cookers, microwave ovens, washing machines, irons, and so on when plugging in your TV, radio, DVD players, and stereo sets. Do not tamper with or attempt repairing your meter if it develops a fault. Invite a qualified electrical engineer. Also, this rainy season, to avoid electrocution or untimely death, be careful not to step on naked electricity wire or engage in any trading or business activity under high tension wire. For any electrical issues you have, call our customer care line on 0708 067 1170 and 0700 123 5666. EKEDC, empowering the quality of lives.
Sure, welcome back. Yes, the news item we read talked about the announcement of new meter prices and talking about prices from 6 different vendors and a price range of between 112,000 to 167,000. I know that for listeners out there, they want to know what's really happening. What's going, like you said at the beginning.
What's going? Going straight to the issue, sir. Yeah. I mean, we need to bring him on board.
So we have someone who is going to, do justice to whatever question that our listeners have on this episode of the Power Connect show as regards, the new metering policy. I'm talking of no other person than Mr. Gbadebo Akinyede. He is the head metering of EKEDC. Mr. Akinyede,
it's our pleasure to actually have you.
So glad to have you with us.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
I mean, it can't be better than this. The issue is still very fresh, hot, and it's trending. And we have you right here in the studio to actually lay the facts out there for everybody to be on the same. So we want to know this new metering policy. What is it all about?
All right. Thank you very much. So before I delve into that, when the uncle said some of us never listened to the old national anthem, never sang it. Yeah, I actually felt guilty of that because earlier in the day, I asked myself that I'm sure. Some people in my generation never even knew what the old national anthem is. And then I went through it. I was like, am I ready to actually learn this? Well, I'm sure over time, I'll probably get the hang of it. Yes, absolutely. All right. So going straight into the discussion of the day. On the 29th of April 2024, the new order for the regulation of meter prices came out by our regulators, which is the Nigerian Electricity Regulation Commission. Yeah. So in that, the whole idea there was for the price of meters to vary from one meter manufacturer or supplier to the other. Now, what happened ab initio? Ab initio, these figures were fixed either for all the various meter manufacturers across board, nationwide. NEC fixed it. So most of these items are imported. So at the end of the day, the last time this meters was fixed, the printer price was fixed was when the dollar was 850 to 1. So all these meter manufacturers now came together. They wrote to all the discos and even to the regulators, which is NERC, that they can't continue metering at this old rate because the dollar was fluctuating. It wasn't going to be business sense. So it wasn't going to work for them. So between that period and now, it altered our metering activities because these meter manufacturers, our map vendors, so to speak, they were unwilling to continue metering. So now the whole idea now was for NEC to say, okay, let's deregulate it, just like we have prices of petroleum products deregulated, meaning I can go from a filling station A to B, and the price of my PMS would differ. So depending on my landing cost for my meters and depending on the brand I'm bringing, I'm allowed to actually go into a bidding process. So what happens now is it's a bidding process. So on the 30th of every month against the 1st, or on the 31st of every month against the 1st of the month, NEC would send an email link and a code to all the map vendors.
Okay.
Per disco. So each and every disco would have each and every disco together with the what's called with the map vendors. They have this information sent out. So now the prices are now going to be so for each map vendor they will put in their price. They will lock it on. They will lock on it, and NEC once NEC approves it, they send it to us. So, but now what now happened here is two major things happen here. The prices would vary either for single phase or three phase meters. Yeah. The prices would vary, and also we now also have various type of meters. I won't go into the technicalities of that. You know, we have the DIN rail meters, we have the GMS GPRS meters, we have the 4G meters, we have the 3G meters. So obviously there are different types of meters. Just like you can say you have a Mercedes-Benz, you know, we have different brands of it. So now the price would vary because my landing cost from my purchase cost from when I was able to get to the USD at the time I bought these meters would vary. So at the end of the day, this meter cost was not going to be the same for all for all the map vendors. So now they're locking the price, and so two things NEC told us to do. The price of these meters, it should be on our website. The specification of these meters based on each disco, based on each distribution company, should be on our website. And also customers too should be given the flexibility of deciding which of the map manufacturers, which of the map vendors they would like to choose to meter them. So that's where we are right now in regarding closing the metering gap as a nation. Yeah.
Okay. Well, we will come back to that because you have touched on what actually should have triggered the next question, which has to do with the different types of meters that we have. And but we'll go for a short break now. We'll soon be back. And when we are back, we are expecting another guest from EKEDC to join us.
This is EKEDC Power Connect. Let's go on a pleasure ride into the world of knowledge and information with EKO Electricity Distribution Company.
Oníbàárà Èkó Disco wa pàtàkì jọ̀wọ́ lọ sí www.ekedp.com/sts kó o sì tẹ nọ́mbà mítà tó ń lò lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ síbẹ̀ láti mọ̀ bóyá mítà rẹ lẹ́tọ̀ọ́ láti sún sókè sí ẹ̀dà STS2. Tí mítà rẹ bá lẹ́tọ̀ọ́ a ó tún padà kàn sí ọ, àmọ́ tí kò bá lẹ́tọ̀ọ́ o máa nílò láti forúkọ sílẹ̀ fún mítà tuntun. EKEDC á sì dá owó mítà rẹ padà fún ọ láàrin àkókò díẹ̀. Tó o bá ní ìdojúkọ kankan jọ̀wọ́ kàn sí ikọ̀ ìrírí oníbàárà wa pẹ̀lú email tàbí nọ́mbà fóònù tá a pèsè. Ìkéde fún gbogbo ará ìlú yìí wá látọ̀dọ̀ Èkó Disco. EKEDC àwa là ń fi agbára fún ìgbé ayé ẹ̀dá tó yanrantí.
Yes, you are welcome back. We have joining us still from EKEDC. Any discussion on metering is a very serious one. Like someone once said that sheet business is a serious business, but this one it's about meter business. Metering business is a serious business, and we have joining us from EKEDC, EKO Electricity Distribution Company, the head feed operations of EKEDC, Mr. Wasiu Bello. Mr. Bello, you are welcome.
Thank you very much.
So, before you came, we were discussing about the new metering policy and what and the implications,
the price differentiation and
so now the Mr. Gbadebo and Mr. Akinyede has talked about the different types of meters that we have. The customer may not really know what those different types are and why the difference in their prices. What do they do?
Thank you very much. I must thank FM for this opportunity.
And EKEDC in particular.
Yes, and EKEDC for this opportunity to reach out to our various customers like my colleague has highlighted, we have different type of meters, and the scenario in the economy now has made it possible for to actually liberalize metering system as the case may be. And because of this, various map as we call them, this is meter access providers, they have the right to get the source for meters all over the world, but the Nigerian government also encourages them to actually
fix the price.
Fix the price, and of course it's regulated, and the prices have been fixed based on qualities, as he has said, based on qualities. So we have the three-phase meters, we have the single-phase meters. Their prices vary according to map, and of course quality of what, and of course source of where these meters were gotten from, and how they were computed here in Nigeria, for use.
Okay, maybe allow me to ask before we actually, if I obtain my own meter from vendor A, and Mr. ABC acquires his own meter from vendor C, of the same category of meters, you are saying that based on landing costs, the prices may differ. Now, in other words, that means if I acquire my own for maybe 120, somebody may acquire his own meter for 140. So, can you please explain why that may not, how you intend to handle such?
Like I said, it's a liberalized system, and there is regulated at the same time. Before you arrive at this landing cost, you must have gone to the regulator, and of course we have what is called NEMSA. They must have done all that is necessary to ensure that the prices you are sending to the customers are the right prices. Based on landing costs, based on exchange rates, based on all parameters that are associated with meters. Once they arrive here, the prices must have been agreed upon, and it is now sent to customers.
Maybe Mr. Akinyede needs to come in here.
All right.
You were talking of the price, setting price at on the 31st of every month. So what it then means is that what the price is this month may vary from what it's going
absolutely.
So
you are very correct.
So whatever that is, whatever the price or the prices are now, it may go down.
It may go down, may go up.
It may go down, it may go
FX,
up, depending on forex.
Yes, correct.
So that is what. Now the question is, how does the customer access these meters? Does he approach the vendor directly, or it still comes through through EKEDC? Okay.
The map may be the providers, but by implication we are still the owners of the meters. By implication, the process of accessing these meters come through us. There is a process we call onboarding process. They will go through this process. They will register through our emails, through our website. Once they go through our website, www.ekedb.com, request for a meter. All these processes are there online. Once they go online, request for a meter, or even if you want to do a replacement of your faulty meter or damaged meter, you go through the same process. And once you have done the registration process and it's been approved, the prices of the meter will be exposed to you, and you go and pay. You have the choice to now say map A, map B, depending on your own financial capability and acceptability of the kind of meter you want to get from the map.
I'd like you to explain more about, since there's going to be price differentiation. Yes. Would it also be a function? The price differentiation, would it actually be a function of the performance or the functionality
of the meters? You were talking about GPRS meters and the rest of them.
So for EKEDC, what we've done is the last NEC regulation that came out before this one spoke to 4G smart meters. So we are working with just one type of meter, which is the 4G smart meters.
Okay.
So we have different types of meters. We have the M box.
Okay.
We have the 2G, 2G meter, 3G. We have the GPRS meter, the DIN rails. All these meters have both single phase and 3-phase.
Okay.
But we want to work with the latest technology, because another issue is, which is 4G, so that when there's any need for upgrade or anything, we know that our customers don't need to procure a new meter, or they don't have to start doing any software upgrade. So that's where we're currently going for the 4G meters, which is the latest metering technology we have right now.
All right, thank you. Before we proceed, ABC, please allow me to actually involve our listeners. Of course, this is about them. When you talk about meter, a lot of calls, you recall, have been made to us asking about how they will get meter. So the numbers to call on this program to ask questions: 020-1515-1027. I repeat, 020-1515-1027. You can also call 020-1515-2027, 020-1515-2027, or call our WhatsApp number 081-001-30349. So I think that those are the crux. We really intend to give this platform, to our listeners, an opportunity to interact with you. But some JBs, you and I know that there have been so
many calls, so many inquiries about
before the calls
process.
Those who have actually made commitment in terms of financial commitments by way of applying for meters in the past, how do they fit into this arrangement? Because prices have varied. From it used to be 60, 88. Now we are talking of the list. Now is 112. Yes. So
hello.
Okay, good evening.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, there.
Sir, sorry, over this meter of issue I'm talking about.
Let's get to meet you. Your name, sir?
My name is Michael Adebola.
Calling from where?
Epe.
Epe, good. So,
like my location in Epe now.
Okay, Mr. Adebola.
For 2 months.
Mr. Adebola, yeah. We are sorry. Epe is not under a co-electricity distribution company. It's I know that.
I think you should go ahead to ask this question.
Okay.
Please go ahead and ask your question. All right. So others are free to call in. Yes, Epe is slightly part of EKEDC.
No. It's most part of Epe,
that's why slightly. All right. So the numbers to call, I've called out the numbers. So we are expecting your calls. Those who had made financial commitments in the past, whose meters have not been released.
Sorry, Banji. Before Mr. Kennedy answers that question, just for the last caller, please, if you have anything having to do with Epe, we advise that you approach our sister disco, Ikeja Electricity Distribution, Ikeja Electric. Please, you can ask your question.
So, how do they fit into this new arrangement? Those who had made financial commitments in the past, whose meters have not been delivered.
Okay, right. Thank you. So, NEC actually spoke to that, and we are highly regulated, just like Engineer Bello said. We're highly and very regulated. So, all customers that have made payments at the old rate but not been metered, NEC has actually given them a grace period to all the map vendors, a period of 1 month, which is 24th of June, to ensure all these customers are metered.
Okay.
Any map vendor that
Hello, good evening.
Yeah, good evening.
Sorry, please allow me. Good evening. What's the name, sir?
My name is Gabriel.
Gabriel.
Yes, I want to
calling from where? Where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Ijebu.
From where?
Ijebu.
So that does not fall under our. That's Ikeja Electric. It doesn't fall under EKEDC. Okay. But please go ahead and ask your question. We may benefit from it.
Yeah. But since you said they are under Ikeja Electric, then because what I wanted to say about is that this know your customer name that you people set out. It doesn't work. So it's so frustrating. Do we spend the whole day trying to register? I think he's supposed to do.
Okay, Mr. Gabriel, because of time, we may not, and especially because we know that you do not fall within the coverage area of EKEDC. Please, maybe we'll advise that you approach Ikeja Electric so that we can have time for callers within the network of EKEDC.
Okay, allow me to actually ask. This is from Mr. Robert. Mr. Robert sent this message in from Ajegunle.
Okay.
Now, he wants to know how long will it take to get the meter if one applies. I live in a Tulu area of Ajegunle. Again, how do I get one in your one of your guest phone number? He wants to have a direct.
No.
Okay, we will address the two questions. So, who wants to take that? How long would it take to get a meter?
Okay, all right. So, there are four type of meter applications. We have migration, someone going from. Well, I didn't speak about that earlier. Going from postpaid billing to prepaid. We have separation, meaning you're separating maybe from one account to separate accounts. We have the new service, you're a fresh customer coming in afresh. Also, we have replacement. 40 meters, 40 customers. So it depends on. So I'll put it this way, because for others, you will need a new account number to be generated, which includes you doing the survey and some other things. But from when the meter is approved, when you made payment, the regulation says 10 working days after payment. 10, yes. 10 working days. You must be metered after payment. But now the process before that depends on the customer, if you're able to give us all the information you have, because at times you could actually apply and then it gets rejected if you're not satisfied
with the information.
With your information. So from the point in time in which you've been it's been approved, and then you make payment, is 10 working days. So from time you make payment, it's 10 working days.
So let's get it right. Let's get it right. So it is not from the date of application. It's from the day of approval. Because if your application is not approved, you cannot
even do payment.
Do payment. So let's get that right.
So once that approval is made and
you have paid
the 10 working days.
10 working days.
So that's for you, Mr. Tulu. I hope you are still listening.
We have another caller on the line.
Hello.
Please can we meet you?
Yeah, okay. Good evening, sir.
Okay, my name is Benjamin.
From where?
At Agugi.
Agugi, okay, our network.
Hello.
Hello, yes, go ahead.
Go ahead, please.
Okay, fine. I've made payment for meter since November till date. You guys are here to install.
Okay, is that your question?
Yes.
I think that issue has been addressed better for emphasis.
Do you not expect me now to pay the new price when I've made payment?
No, your case has been addressed before. Please listen again.
Okay, so for all customers, so the regulators, they've mandated all the existing map vendors that all customers that have made payment on the old rates should be metered. You are not supposed to pay any differential or to make any new payments based on this new increment. So this new increment of this new deregulated prices is only going to be for customers making fresh applications that have not either to made payment. So another thing is, even there are some customers before now that got the invoices, but as at the time we blocked the payment portal, they are not paid. Those customers will pay the new rate.
Thank you very much. We have another caller on the phone. Hello, good evening.
Hello. Good evening. Can we meet with you?
Are you there? Yeah, good evening.
Good evening, guys.
Yeah, so let's meet you.
God bless you. Bishop Kunle from Ikorodu.
Bishop Kunle
from Ikorodu. Okay, please, it's not. Please approach Ikeja Electric. We appreciate your listening to our program, but we are under Ikeja Electric, and we will appreciate it if you can approach them for your issues.
Thank you very much.
Can I just come
yes, please.
Where it stopped. For any of our customers who will have paid the old rates, and by all obligation given to our map to clear out by 24th of June, we want to implore them to visit our nearest offices and drop their invoices paid or received from the bank, so that we can expedite action on this and get them metered as quickly as possible. Thank you.
Mr. Robert from the one who asked the question earlier on, so needs more additional information. Say, which information were you talking about? The information leading to the approval.
No, like your
load. That's the KYC. That's the KYC. Yeah,
Yes,
you're filling your details on Form 74. That's the website where you have our information. That's what I mean by that.
In fact, we also want to also tell our customers that find a way to visit our website. Most of this information are contained here
on the website.
On the website.
Okay. So time is not our friend on this program, but we want to appreciate our guest, Mr. EKEDC. That is the head matron, and Mr. Wasiu Bello, the head field operations. We can't appreciate you enough. Thank you so much for coming on the program.
If
and
you
for our
permit
listeners,
one appearance from both of them would not be.
We will not suffice. We will not suffice.
I want to plead with EKEDC and you people here. You probably need to assure them that you are coming back next week.
I can see that they are not microphone shy. They are not mic shy. That much I can say. So they'll be here.
The attention is decided. So are you assuring us that next week is so that we can conclude it? You can also tell us about other information that we really need to know, please.
Well, thank you very much. We know we are, like we said in the code, one of our vision is we are customer centric. Anything that will make our customers happier, we definitely do. So anytime you have this program, you can call upon us, and management approves. Will be here. And what we want to tell our customer before we leave is that please, the meter in your custody is a thing of joy. Do not tamper with them. Thank you very much.
So for listeners at home,
all right. So for me, I know that metering is the backbone of this industry. So we're here to ensure we close out the metering gap for all our customers within our network, EKEDC.
That's great. That's
Baji, we must run.
Yeah, we must run.
We must run.
So that's our package for this week. My name is Baji Busari. Thanks so much. Thanks a million times for your time and your thoughts. See you again next week.
My name is Ademola Ben Kwansina Adegoke. Till next week again. Thanks so much.
This is EKEDC Power Connect. Let's go on a pleasure ride into the world of knowledge and information with EKO Electricity Distribution Company.
Oníbàárà EKODisco wa pàtàkì jọ̀wọ́ lọ sí www.ekedp.com/sts kó o sì tẹ nọ́mbà mítà tó ń lò lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ síbẹ̀ láti mọ̀ bóyá mítà rẹ lẹ́tọ̀ọ́ láti sún sókè sí ẹ̀dà STS2. Tí mítà rẹ bá lẹ́tọ̀ọ́ a ó tún padà kàn sí ọ, àmọ́ tí kò bá lẹ́tọ̀ọ́ o máa nílò láti forúkọ sílẹ̀ fún mítà tuntun. EKEDC á sì dá owó mítà rẹ padà fún ọ láàárín àkókò díẹ̀. Tó o bá ní ìdojúkọ kankan jọ̀wọ́ kàn sí ikọ̀ ìrírí oníbàárà wa pẹ̀lú email tàbí nọ́mbà fóònù tá a pèsè. Ìkéde fún gbogbo ará ìlú yìí wá látọ̀dọ̀ EKODisco. EKEDC àwa là ń fi agbára fún ìgbé ayé ẹ̀dá tó yanrantí.